By now it was to the day, a year of it all. Happening the entire year, we tried to find out who my mother could be. But in the end, no one knew. The name Iraksam. Sienna was in the early stages of a pregnancy. She was very careful with herself. Alpha, who had been a father before, was more a wreck than anyone, and he made sure everyone knew it. Speaking of babies, true enough, we had a little boy. Firefly had a boy as well, and Lavender a boy. Thankfully only one boy for her this time. All 3 boys we knew. We would have our hands full with these 3. A nursery with 4 cradles for Lavender had adopted a little girl, little one, but we will speak more on it momentarily. The cradles were made of gold. Abira spared nothing for the 3 boys and for his other grandchildren, including Lavender's children, who he adopted as his own grandchildren. A room full of toys and games. We all were in the nursery with them. Our son, with oddly enough blonde hair that shined like the sun, and stunning vibrant blue eyes. Abira's son, with gray-blue eyes like Firefly's and Lavender's. A boy with brown hair light in color like hers, with deep brown eyes like his father. You would have thought the Abira and Colt's boys were switched at birth, looking to them. I sat rocking, in a chair holding to Jasper. The name we chose for him, our other son we named Fernius. I was surprised it was Colt's idea. Above mine, there had to be some compassion he felt for his grandfather. Our eldest, we stayed close to his original name in honor of his mother. We decided on Samson. He was always joining in with my brothers, and through the slight picking he fit in with them. He actually was the one who got Slefnir interested in painting, and most days he went to school eagerly. Firefly, she was used to the name and never changed it to Muscari. But the king had a rocker carved with her name Muscari in it. They named their son Indigo. Abira was so proud you could see it was like he could raise up the couldn't raise. Lavender and Abel had many names to come up with, but this little one was named Geppetto. On the other side of the wall was a large mirror. Then something caught my eye. Firefly, can you turn your chair to the right for me, please? Of course, she said in a puzzled tone. I stood up, my eyes widened, holding to Jasper. Lavender looked to me, rocking. What is it, Vita? You're my mother. I looked to Firefly through the mirror. What are you talking about, dear? She looked confused as I pointed in the mirror. Look. To the name on the rocker in the mirror, sure enough it said Iraksam. She stopped rocking a moment. Dear, I'm sure there's someone else by the same name. I looked to her. In all your time, have you found someone with that name? She took a breath. Well, no, but that doesn't mean. She started again. I've never heard of that name myself. Then I spoke softer. Henry doesn't have any memories we could go off of. The towns are destroyed, the doctor dead, Harlt's destroyed. Threepwood destroyed. How could we find out? Lavender, listening to all this, I think I have a way. How? We both asked at the same moment. Well, grandmother may have some records of it. If Harlt's knew anything, I'm sure he had files, and well, Dr. Fernius would have uploaded them to her memory banks on genealogy. Before she could finish, we were going next door to grandmother's room, which was also the children's room where Colt and Abira were enjoying a few moments of the hectic peace from their duties. Colt knew how to use her more than us. He still had a slight limp. No one questioned it. Grandmother was telling the older children of the story of 3 wishes, and a boy named Aladdin. The children came running to us as we hugged them all, letting them look to their siblings. Colt went past to grandmother, touching her ear, then fiddling with her spectacles on the wall, shined an image. Grandmother, please open genealogy files. Command name search. Muscari. It took a good 5 minutes, none found. Colt stomped his bad leg in irritation. Then again he said, Command name search Iraksam. You could see on the wall, the same long loading screen. Grandmother was well on in years and super slow. Found one match. Show data. On the wall, a file came up with a photo. It was of Firefly or Muscari, but with no scars that glowed, looking to be the same age as now. Name Iraksam, age unknown, origin unknown, blood type RH null, use egg farm. That's me. She walked over to the projection on the wall, but this still doesn't prove me to be your mother. Colt stood a moment. Any more? Won the file, grandmother? Yes. Next page. The screen glitched a moment, then more loading. Lavender had the children hushed, leaving the room with them to go play, and put him down to sleep. Finally the page loaded. Successful egg collection 9, viable embryos 3, sperm donors, Ben and Marshall. She looked to me as I looked to her. This moment, someone I thought I knew as a friend was now a complete stranger. My mother, I handed Colt, our child, and sat down. Abera took Indigo as she did the same. I didn't know, is all she could get out. My mind began to race as Colt turned grandmother off for a rest. I spoke with broken words. Wait, what does that mean? What does that make Colt? And our children and Henry, I'm so confused. Abera looked to me. I will have our history maker come and we shall map it. I have a great feeling it will be interesting. But right now I think we need to calm ourselves. For now, let's get ready for dinner and have some time to ourselves. So we went to our rooms and talked to our spouse. Colt sat beside me on the bed. It will be all right, love. If it is true you both get along well. Surely not much will change. I looked to him. I wish I wouldn't have looked in the mirror. She's my mother. Colt, my mother, it changes everything. Colt sighed slightly. Does it? Look to Lavender, she took in's daughter. Do you think as she grows into a woman she will not wish to know her other mother of her blood? There will be in time a understanding, and it will be the same for you both. I thought a moment. Colt was right, but my stomach was still in knots. My lungs were feeling trapped in my body as I thought back to TT after the birthing. She became more cold and distant, leaving the children to the care of Firefly's healers. Only a day after being born, who with William's help brought the living child to the kingdom, while Abel was the stallion in the kingdom. For there were two, the boy never took a breath, but the girl is doing better than expected. It is grandmother's guess. She was close to 6 months when she had them, but no children born that early naturally has survived. But the girl, she was breathing on her own quite well. She was only given oxygen as needed, though none of us thought she would even survive. Her skin was thin, and she weighed only 2 pounds 3 ounces. Her mother had little to no milk, not that she had interest in feeding her, to give. Our children in the herd are placed on mare's milk, but it is only for the strong, as well as their mothers. So luckily, Lavender has always had more than enough milk even with her triplets. She still had more than enough, so she gave the child her milk through a feeding tube with the help of the healers, but she is now starting to nurse from Lavender naturally.